Okay, hello friends. Let's talk about this first quarter moon over DC. What have I told you guys? Blue lines are good, red lines are bad. Donald does not like the first or third quarter moons because inherently first and third quarter moons are crisis points. In Washington, DC, the sun is at 14 degrees Leo in the 9th house. Whose house is this far away? It's Putin's house. He's gonna he cannot drag himself away from Putin and all of the money talk that will be going on and all of the communications that will be going on. On the ascendant in the eastern horizon, the moon is at 14 degrees Scorpio, a fixed sign, squaring his sun, squaring the midheaven, squaring the energy. His solar return was 14 degrees Scorpio. This week will be a very telling week. Just as last week's new moon had Aries and Capricorn on the ascendant Capricorn on the midheaven, this matched his solar return chart on his birthday this year. And we saw a lot of things happen as he got all of his energy going and fired up in the 5th house of the sun. The sun was there. With the moon, Venus, and Mars, this was like command post, command central with all the energy that was given to him. And look what happened. On that Friday night, we found out that the House has a majority for an impeachment inquiry. And 12 hours later, there was the shooting in El Paso, Texas. And then later on, in the wee hours on the 4th, a shooting in Ohio. When those things happened, we discovered the Texas shooting, Donald drew the emperor, USA drew the emperor. We saw him as emperor because he was taking charge and doing so much stuff with his rhetoric and his rallies. By then, in Ohio, that shooting, Donald drew the 2 of Cups. So he was in agreement with it. The United States was heartbroken and left out with the 5 of Pentacles, seeking solace and hope from one another. We discovered at the root of this was the Empress, Mother Russia. So there was an agreement with Russia, was our conclusion. In this chart, we will see how that matches up. But it seems like all the terror, the rhetoric, was an agreement that was timed, absolutely timed, with the input of his help from Mother Russia. Now, with this chart, we are going to be hitting eclipse click points again because in January we had eclipses in a full moon lunar eclipse on January, I think 21st, and the sun was 0 degrees Aquarius, the moon was 0 degrees Leo. That is active all month because number 1, the sun is in Leo, so it's activating all the Leo, Aquarius, the polarity of this pole, the Aquarius Leo axis, and it is here hitting eclipse points from July. This was a new moon eclipse in July. We had Leo at 10 degrees Leo at the midheaven. That is conjunct Donald's Pluto, which is destruction, life, death. I was worried that once the sun hit this and the Leo energies were released, we would start seeing violence from Donald, and that's what we have. With this first quarter moon, in the 10th house from this eclipse, the Venus, Sun, Mars are still very active, and they're all in the 10th house for everyone to see. This is going to be a really public week. And so, he is going to be, oh boy, he's going to have a really, really rough week. And because the angles, the 1st house, 4th house, 7th house, and 10th house are all in fixed signs, he can't manipulate his way out of this. He's stuck with it, and he's stuck with the findings, and he's going to have big problems and be enraged and angry. So let's let's do the Tarotscope because it was so revealing last time and helpful. Okay, so for this quarter moon, I'm going to use the Rider-Waite. I just shuffled them a lot. I'm starting to work with reversals. Ooh, look at that. Some of you don't know this, if you're a new subscriber. I just started working with the tarot, believe it or not, in December 2018. I got my first deck at Christmas Eve, and it's just taken over. It comes to me so incredibly naturally, but I'm still learning, and it works so well for astrology for me. Okay, so these fell out. This quarter, we're going to find out about the new money and his treason. I am guessing this has to do with the money he's embezzled and the money that he has given to Russia out of projects like the wall or an ambassador to Slovenia, and the heartache, his treason. I believe we're going to be finding out more of that. Or maybe the heartache of last weekend and the monies that were paid with micro-targeting. Who knows? But that's the theme. I'm going to put this over here. Okay, so, universe cut the deck. On the ascendant, Putin. I think we're going to be finding out more about treason. He's got Putin on the ascendant. The sun is in the 9th house. Putin's house. What do we have in the 9th house where the sun is? We have the Republican Party. Looks like they are starting to splinter. We'll put that. Sun rules here. Let's go. The moon is in the 1st. Let's go to the ascendant. Donald has, oh my gosh, the Trump dynasty looks like it might be splintering as well. On the 4th, the moon is ruled by Mars. Scorpio has 2 rulers, so it has Mars. Let's go to the 10th for Mars. Ooh, so we have terror and nightmares, but the fact that it's reversed tells me that there is a waning aspect to this of the terror and more leaning towards healing and recovering from this. Still active, but not as paralyzing. The other ruler is Pluto, which we find in the 3rd. So in the 3rd house, we have the moon. This could be the outcry of the people who are so furious over these shootings, and they're done with the racism and the white supremacy and the attacks and the rhetoric from the president. It also could signify Xi Jinping. Pluto is in Capricorn, disposited by Saturn. Saturn rules the 3rd. Let's go here to the 2nd, because these both kind of have this influence here. We have the Emperor. Okay, where do we want to go? Let's go to the 4th house, which is ruled by Uranus because of Aquarius. So there's going to be unexpected things happening in DC. Oh boy, I sure hope that's an offer for someone to leave. We might get an unexpected offer. On the 7th, we have We the People. We have 8 of Swords. We've been bound up by this president. I hope that means that we're ready to take off the blindfold. Ooh, we have King. I'm going to put this here with the King of Wands. Okay, I didn't even have to touch that. My head is screaming Adam Schiff. So we should be hearing from Adam Schiff this week. I did a little update on him last night, and he sees Trump as committing a coup with Russia. I still have to get that up. Okay, in the 8th house, which the natural ruler is Scorpio, what's going to be revealed to us? A plan or an op. This is really important. Oh, I'm being told this is incredibly important. Interesting. So okay, The sun is a natural ruler of the 5th. What's in the 5th house? Okay, and I was just getting ready to say the sun is a natural ruler of the 5th, and in a horoscope, the sun represents the President of the United States, and the sun's natural house, we have a change happening. A change happening in Washington. It could be a death. It could be oppression, change, or a conclusion, wrapping things up. That is interesting. In the 6th house, then, ooh, the Chariot. Things are happening quickly. I've been getting this with Jared, with the kids knowing that something's happening quickly. And we have the planet Uranus there, which signifies shakeups, sudden news. And that also, the ruler is of the 4th, and look who's in between. In the 11th house, we have the White House. And in the 12th, we have secret messages, communications, maybe with Russia, hidden enemies. But look at this. Virgo is on the cusp of the 11th, the White House. Virgo is the natural ruler of this house. Something might be happening. Okay, let's get USA's card. Okay, so I have the Golden Tarot for We the People. I've been shuffling away. You know, I don't know if you've been able to see these cards. Okay, cut the deck. What do we need? We the People. We have 6 of Pentacles on the Ascendant. Oh boy. 6 of Pentacles reversed tends to point to financial hardship, indigence, ungraciousness. What is going to happen with our economy? I hope it doesn't point to that. Okay, the sun is up in the 9th. We drew, oh my goodness, look at this match. We have the 10 of Cups, the Republican Party, the Republican reversed for Donald. Does the Republican Party turn on Donald this week? That's an interesting question. Okay, in the 1st house where the moon is, We the People. Ooh, we have strength. Now, I've been seeing this strength card, but more as it relates to the relationship with Russia, that the Republican Party has Russia, you know, behind them in whatever they do. Reversed, this has to do with the brute, with carnal, probably desires, physical. Okay, so it can also deal with a warning for people, USA, not to be too brutal, too strong. It can also deal with waning strength. It could be that we're using our strength in the wrong way. But this is what we have for the 1st house. Also notice the number is 8. This is the card of Leo. It is also represents August for 8. That is reversed as well as the Trump dynasty. Something is happening. As if it has to do with the ascendant, I worry about our economy and what Trump has done to it. And now with all these tariffs with Putin. I don't know. This is just, I'm just telling you what I see. Let's go down here. The moon is ruled by Mars, which is in the 10th. Here we have, oh, this is interesting. The moon will be in the 10th for We the People. We are going to be furious, angry about some things, I think. We are going to be screaming about lies and the truth. It's going to be very emotional. This is what Donald has. He has some, he is very nervous and scared, but that's kind of waning for him. The other ruler of Scorpio now is Pluto in the 3rd, and then look at what Donald has. So is he causing heartache and we're going to respond to it? And is it that he gets joy out of it so he's not as nervous? Oh, wait, so this was the 10th. I'm putting this for the 3rd, where the other ruler for Pluto, we have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups, this is traditionally Jared. Jared, I think, is not coming with good news, and he might be delivering that against Donald or Xi. Let's go to the 2nd house, Emperor. Okay, so we the people have 4 of Cups. Have we had enough of the Emperor? Because then look what he has in the 4th house. Offer. Oh my, what is happening this week? So 4th house, the natural ruler is Cancer, the moon. Let's go to the 4th house. What do we draw? The Queen of Wands. This is Speaker Pelosi. Has she made an offer to Donald to leave? In the 5th house, the natural ruler is Leo. Donald drew the death card. We are drawing the Devil. So we the people are dealing with devil issues, and he's wanting a change. Just a minute, pup. In the 6th house, Donald drew the Chariot. Does he want to flee and get out? We drew the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands mom, Xi, Putin, Un, Netanyahu, Trump, and Putin. I think I named them all. So we discover more about 6 Wands mob. I think we're discovering more about Israel, the Saudis, the Emiratis, Qatar, and Donald is on the move. I wonder what he's on the move there. In the 7th house, Donald drew the 8 of Swords and the King of Wands. This is what he's still continuing to do with we the people. Keep us bound up. But this is shift, though. We drew the King of Cups. We drew Putin. Putin's on the ascendant. You guys, do you see what's happening here? In the 8th house, Donald has the Ace of Wands, the plan, the op. Maybe that's a thing that's been going on over here. We, the people, drew the Empress reversed. She's barren. There's nothing. I think everything's going to be exposed. Up here in the 11th house, Donald drew the 4 of Wands, the White House. We draw Justice. I wonder if it's going to be delayed justice again because he's going to keep obstructing. He has that White House counsel trying to keep him in. And in the 12th house, we are drawing in the House of Hidden Secrets, Hidden Enemies. Oh my goodness, look at this match. We're aligning with Donald on what we're discovering overseas. I think we're going to have a lot of news revealed and break this week. Holy cow. And on the we have the 7 of Wands. He's in defense mode. We're in defense mode. We are also kind of, this is like rallying the troops. When you're down and out with a team and someone rallies to take the reins and lead and defend and overcome, that's kind of us as our card for the reading. Very interesting Tarotscope. Okay, thanks you guys. If you like this video, please click like, subscribe, share. Thank you.